So, also while you're looking up that, my adventures with Superman, like I
Oh yeah,
that
that. Oh,
you know what? Eat the fruit snack because I'm a. Where did I get this fruit snack? Where did I get these fruit snacks from? Oh, Target. Yeah, I got them from Target. It was like a 50 pack, right? And so how
well, that
bad is your
Costco,
fruit snack habit though? Like, do you destroy the fruit snacks, like the box? Like, how long does it last in your house?
maybe a week.
Maybe a week.
Well,
Way worse than you.
no, it's not because I've realized that I love fruit snacks, so I've been like trying to ration them
Mm.
because like that bag I just showed you was full.
Yeah.
It's like, and I did that in one sitting. I'm like,
Oh,
this is like
don't be
over
ashamed.
100 carbs.
Yeah,
Like
don't be
100.
ashamed. You said 100 cars, but listen, let me tell you. For the past month, I didn't buy a single box of fruit snacks because I know that box will not last. It's not going to last a week for me. It's going to be done. I was like, because I can't just take one little pouch, right? So I'm pretty
You
sure
have
I
to
got
take multiple. See,
multiple pouches.
I would just I would take multiple pouches, open them, put them in a little bowl, and then go on my way.
Yeah, yeah, and bad habit. It's bad. There's no other way to say it. It's a bad habit.
But they're
Fruit snacks has so much sugar, so much carb, and then you fool yourself, right? Oh, it's made with real fruit. Yeah, nah.
But they're good. They're like after a workout, during a workout, they're like great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, granted,
sure.
I haven't like actually worked out when I'm eating them, but still.
Yeah, unless you had Planet Fitness, it's a judgment-free zone.
I thought about it. I thought about the exercise, so that counts.
Planet Fitness is a judgment-free zone. Like the Lunk Alarm, they have pizza parties at least once a week.
You know what? I was at a Planet Fitness and they hit the Lunk Alarm on me once.
Yeah.
And I was like so irritated. I was like, I didn't even do anything. What the hell are you guys talking about?
You're too strong.
I set my weights down too aggressively.
You're intimidating the other people that's working out or lack thereof.
Intimidated.
See?
I knew that Planet Fitness wasn't about anything when the one that opened up by me, like I went in to sign up and they had like just boxes of pizza. And I was like,
this is gym?
Okay. This is what we doing? All right.
That's why $10. That's why $10 a month.
But to be perfectly honest, I would say I'm a snobby gym goer anyways.
Yeah.
Like if I go into a gym and they don't have like bumper plates and power bars, then I automatically have an attitude.
I feel you. Listen, I'm like that too. Because they got like the water massage beds and stuff in Planet Fitness. I'm like, I can just go in there and just relax my muscles after I'm finished.
So we have Planet Fitness. We also have Crunch, which is like on campus.
Yeah.
Which was, I don't want to say great. It was great. I don't like Crunch. I don't like it. Especially because like you would go onto their platforms, their squat platforms, deadlift platforms, whatever, if you want to call them that. Mm-hmm. And it's like they hadn't been cleaned since the establishment opened. Like I was up there trying to set up, and when I tell you, I almost slipped and like slid off the platform because it was so dusty. And then their bars are just straight garbage. Like I'm like, where's the grip? Why are you guys being cheap?
Listen, as Vievo goes to the gym, you better have your stuff correct.
Also, their benches are way too low for purposes of bench press. Like I have so many complaints about
writing angry letters.
I still need to go and cancel my membership there.
writing angry letters, man. Oh, you got to cancel. See, that's the thing about memberships. They're just anything. You just forget because you might have like a free trial,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm gonna do a free trial of this, and maybe like the day before I'm gonna cancel that. But see, you forget about it, and then next thing you know, you're mad because you got a charge on your bank account for like $10-15.
Yep.
Like, where the hell this come from? I didn't pay for this. Oh, damn! I didn't cancel that free trial, so I can't.
I mean, they're good for like their machines and stuff because the gym that I go to is kind of set up like a CrossFit box almost.
Yeah.
But it's slowly been turning into a powerlifting gym, which is awesome. But we don't have like a lot of machines there, so I mean, it's not the end of the world because there's so many different exercises that you can do to target certain muscle groups. You don't need to just rely on a machine, but you know, when you want to like get in and get out, do something real quick, sometimes it's, you know, good to go to a gym that has machines where you can, you know, but it's also on a college campus. So then you got all these funky college students in there. They be funky. I'm sorry. They be funky. So sometimes I be catching myself staring too, because I'm just like,
I can see that in you. I can see you. Yeah, I can see that.
There was one.
I can literally see that.
There was one time where like there was this other person and they were lifting. They were ego lifting. And I was just looking at this person like, yo, do we need to call an ambulance? Do we need to have an ambulance on standby? Because the way that you are squatting that 285, I think you should go down to 225, buddy.
Animaniacs. Hey guys, here's another good idea, bad idea. like good idea.
That's the worst thing. Like, that's the worst thing to do is ego lift, because that's how you really like can mess yourself up.
Mm-hmm. Now,
and nobody be paying attention either. So who are you ego lifting for?
Hey man, listen, man. For the girls, man. It's for the girls. You gotta impress somebody.
With their friend. They too busy in the mirrors taking selfies, talking about gym rat. Like what?
Tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel. Like the gym police.
Hell, I'm literally just like, can I just in peace?
See, that's why God invented headphones. Sometimes shades, because you got to stop yourself from looking. I can see you now, like gym police. Like, ma'am, you realize what you're doing? You taking selfies right here, like, right? You know, you gonna use this bench or no? I
just be minding my business. Like, people watching is entertaining, but sometimes I'm just like actually genuinely concerned for a person. But it's rude to go up to a person and try to correct them. And so I'm just like, they have a coach or they have a trainer. They'll figure it out. They'll be fine.
You know what? I got a friend. He don't give a damn. He don't care. So shout out to D's. His little last name is D's, but we call him Nuts for short, right? So that's what we call him. Like straight up, that's what we call him, Nuts. So Nuts will tell you.
What's your street name? Nuts.
Nuts. Now we call him Nuts. And so it's like he will straight up tell you, like he is a madman in the gym. Like he's like shorter than me. He's not a muscular dude, but he loves going to the gym, right? And like he you can hear him talking to himself sometimes, like hype himself up and stuff like that. But let you do something wrong, right? He'll walk by, you're doing it wrong, and he'll keep on rocking. Like, you're doing it wrong. Like, you're gonna mess yourself up, dude.
So he gonna criticize but not correct. It's like a drive.
Right. Like you're doing it wrong. he keep on going, and like if he knows you and you're doing sit-ups, he might come by and he might like slap your stomach like while you doing sit-ups, right? Like to make it more hardcore, right? He was like he'll bust a gym down. That is nuts to a fault. That is
so
my
best friend does like, so when we get to our accessories or whatever, by then I'm tired. I don't care about my like maybe the first 1.5, 2 sets. form's great. By set 3 and 4, I don't care. I'm just trying to get up out the gym. And she'll be looking over like, you need to go lower. And I'm like, no, what? He's not. I mean, like, coach isn't even paying attention.
Yeah.
My coach, she ain't even gonna see this. So why are you trying to snitch on me?
Mm-hmm.
But I do. I need to rekindle my passion for the gym. It's just been, life has just been really crazy. But I'm excited to compete in December. Hopefully I'm trying to cut weight. We'll see how that goes.
You will. I got faith in you. I got faith in you.
And that's a lot of weight to cut from what I'm like where I'm currently at. That's a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. But
if you feel like you can't do it, I'll call nuts. Like you can talk to nuts.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, you can freaking do it, dude. Like just go do that, man.
It's not like it's not the gym. So there's that saying that you can't out exercise a bad diet.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, I will always say that, you know, you could be in the gym sun up to sundown, but if you don't have your nutrition together, you're not going to see the gains that you want to see. And so nutrition is it's like, I want to say it's a majority of it. It's a majority of it. And
that's the hardest part.
Yeah. And so, especially when you're like, as you're getting older and your hormones are changing and your eating habits are changing, like it's really hard to be disciplined, especially too because like when I first started my fitness journey, if you will, I wanted to do bodybuilding. But then I ended up not doing that. I ended up doing kettlebell sport, and then I eventually got into powerlifting. And so when I started powerlifting, I think I was like in the 82.5 kilo class. And I think I dropped down to the 67.5. I was trying to get into, I want to say it's a 63 kilo class. They changed the weight classes up and I never remember them, but I lost like 50 pounds because I wanted to compete in a lower class. And at that time, I mean, when I tell you I was on my nutrition, like no cheat days, no alcohol, no fun basically. And it got to the point where if I did eat a cookie or if I ate like a piece of cake or if I had a drink, I would feel guilty because it's like, oh, this is not going to help me in long. And that can lead to disordered eating. Yeah. And so when I kind of got out of, you know, competing or whatever and was not in prep mode, because I was literally in prep for something the entire time that I was powerlifting. And but I got out of the prep mentality and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to eat what I eat. It's really hard to go back to being disciplined. Like you have to have a healthy balance, because like now it's like, it's not that I'm not disciplined. I think it's just subconsciously I don't want to like be so restrictive on myself like I was in the past, because it wasn't fun. And that's part of the reason why I probably stopped being so serious about lifting and competing, was because of that. But
well, you already know. You just got to let me know when your next competition is, because I want to actually go see it. And because you sound like a badass. And speaking of badasses, we got a badass that's coming to Stranger Things, like on this final season. I mean, it's a strange pick for it to be in the final season, but Linda Hamilton, Terminator fame, especially Terminator 2. I mean, one of the greatest action movies. It's not the greatest action movie of all time, but
I'm interested to see what her character is, who her character is, and how she relates to the story.
But they're saying that it takes place in the 90s. That's where the final season taking place, but it's calling back to like all the old stuff from the 80s. So it's like it's transitioning over, because we was there with them for Dungeons and Dragons. We was there with them for the arcade, and there was the era that the malls was put in, like the first mall. So now we got the 90s where you got Linda. So
well, I'm wondering how. Well, okay, so then that must be like, because when the last season ended, their town was basically like
gone to shit.
Yeah, like we need to bring in the army, the military, whatever, whoever has the biggest guns, they need to come in and shoot whatever moves.
Mm-hmm.
But what year was that? Was that in like 86? So
maybe 88.
So the 5th season is gonna pick up like more than a year after their, I guess, final battle with Vecna.
Yeah.
Okay.
For what I understand, yeah, it's gonna be like early 90s. So if anything, maybe 1990.
Okay.
And then keep on going with that. Because Ghostbusters. Okay, so I think the 2nd season, Ghostbusters already came out. Nobody wanted to be Winston. I remember that running joke. But
rude.
I was like, why do I want to be Winston? But anyway, so yeah, so I think it was transitioning over to the 90s, and the kids were growing up. They wasn't playing video games. It was interested in girls and stuff like that. So I think honestly, the 5th season being the final season is fitting because I think they got as much out of Stranger Things as they possibly could.
Yeah. And I heard that they were the Duffer Brothers were working on another project.
Is it set in the 80s? I hope so.
I don't remember, but let me check because I heard that they had something else in the work.
Look, I love 80s nostalgia. That's just my thing. So Stranger Things had me in a chokehold. The minute I heard the music, and I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty dope. But it does kind of catch you off guard because it does have those, if you can call it that, like scary elements in it, like the sci-fi stuff in it. But
yeah,
Stranger Things is definitely top tier stuff.
Oh, they worked on Wayward Pines. That's on my list of things to watch.
Mm-hmm. And also while you're looking up that, My Adventures with Superman, that
looks cool.
That opening, I'm like, is this an anime opening?
That's what I thought. I like the animation style too. I'll watch it.
Yeah, and I think the premise is Clark is like in his 20s. So he's like a young 20-year-old, and him, Jimmy, Lois, they're doing their investigative reporting and stuff like that, and Clark is coming to his own as Superman. I'm like, the animation style is like top notch, like you said. So July the 6th is when it comes on Adult Swim, and then July 7th is when it comes on HBO Max. So it comes like a day later after that. But My Adventures with Superman looks really good.
I'm gonna be in Chicago when that starts. Well, yeah, for my birthday. Woo!
Hold on. When's your birthday?
July 9th.
July the 9th. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yep. Gonna visit my sister. I also stupidly volunteered to I guess to handle a virtual conference for my job, and I'm like, why did you say yes? This is your birthday weekend and you had plans. But it's fine. I only have to really I don't have to, it's not a big deal. So I'll still be able to enjoy myself while I'm in Chicago. I'm glad I'm able to go to Chicago and still be able to actually work remotely.
Yeah.
Because when I worked my old job, like when they said remote, they meant at home in your home office. Don't leave. You be at home.
Okay.
I'm like, doesn't that defeat the purpose of remote work?
Yes, it does. It does. It really does. It's the complete opposite meaning. And also, Chainsaw Man gets a movie and a second season.
Oh, they're getting a movie.
And a second season. I'm super excited for that joint. Now, I don't know like the release date on it because I just recently saw the Black Clover movie on Netflix.
Oh, yep. I gotta watch it. I got it.
Yeah.
I have to watch it. It's Woo, I'm so excited. And then I see that everybody's been talking about the red-haired Esdeath that they have in the movie, and
Yep.
so I'm like,
Yes, that's okay. All right. So I was trying to place her, and I was like, she really reminds me of someone. And I've seen so much anime. Well, we have seen so much anime that it's like it's so many people that's similar. But yes, it's definitely Esdeath for sure.
I mean,
With a twist.
I liked Esdeath, even though she was crazy.
Yeah, she was nutty.
Crazy, but I liked her, so I'm interested. I might watch that tonight. Shoot, that's because I was getting caught up on all my anime the last couple of days, and I was like, I know I'm forgetting to watch something, and that's what it was.
That Demon Slayer.
I'm caught up on Demon Slayer. I was so happy that they made that last episode as long as they did. Yeah. I was crying at the end of the episode.
Did you? Okay, I almost did. I'm not even gonna lie. But mainly, okay, I probably would have if I didn't know what was going to happen because I read the manga. Because I actually finished the manga. But I knew.
How many volumes is it?
Because I read it on Shonen Jump.
Okay.
The app.
Is that something that I could probably, because see, if I like an anime, I don't go back and read the manga. The only reason why I would go back and read the manga is usually because the anime or whatever ends up being on hiatus or never finished, and so I just go and start reading the source material because I don't want to wait. But I
how can I say this? It did get greenlit for season 4. It did get greenlit.
Yes, yep.
So how long you gotta wait? I'm not sure. I don't know. You gotta wait like a year, or I want to say year because it's the middle of the summer. So I don't foresee it coming out like in the fall.
I might as well read the manga then.
At best, I would say it comes out in the wintertime. But how it got me was when I finished the first season of Demon Slayer, I was like, well, we don't know when that second season or the movie is going to drop. I think after the movie dropped with Rangiku, I was like, shit, I got to know what happens. I just couldn't shake that. So I started reading the manga and I flew through that thing. And that Nezuko, I was like, the moment I read that page, I was like, damn, she actually spoke. Yes, and it was good. Thank goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah,
One Piece I will not though. I refuse.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna soldier it out. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes because they released some article that were like, we're gonna see Luffy's new transformation in 7 weeks. I'm like, so I have to wait 7 more episodes to see him kick Kaido's butt? Okay, I'm just not gonna watch until.
And you just have to watch it. You're gonna torture yourself. You're gonna torture yourself. Speaking of One Piece,
yes,
I did see that live action trailer.
Nope. People are in the comments like, oh my gosh, I hope it's so good. I was like, this looks like trash.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So I didn't sound like a hater when I said it, because I was checking myself, right? And I was like, am I gatekeeping right now? Am I gatekeeping about One Piece, this live action? And when I saw the trailer, I watched it twice. The first time I got immediately turned off, mainly because
the main actor that's portraying Luffy does not understand Luffy.
Yeah. So here's the thing now. So here's what they did. They actually had the actors look at the teaser trailer for the first time, right? And the actor that played Luffy, he got teary-eyed, and because he saw himself portraying like Luffy. And so I'm in the blur groups or whatever, and like, man, just by that proxy, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm like, y'all way too nice. Y'all way too nice about this, because I feel like this thing is going to be a dumpster fire. And someone said that this is in the Cowboy Bebop territory, and I was like, pause. Cowboy Bebop live action wasn't that bad. I wouldn't even consider it bad at all, to be honest. But
I didn't watch the Cowboy Bebop because everybody I talked to and everything I saw said it was like garbage, and I didn't want to ruin
your experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never steer you wrong. I would say go check it out. I would say go check it out, and I would say check it out with an open mind too, because honestly, realistically, that's probably Cowboy Bebop. You can really do that live action. It's nothing really over the top that you can't do on live action to make it.
I mean, that's valid.
Yeah.
For Cowboy Bebop, that's valid. But I don't understand why they think that they could do a live action One Piece. I mean, theoretically, if, the movie's going to cover the first however many chapters when the fights weren't, super insane, but like the most recent fights, there's no way they would be able to do, even with CGI. Impossible. They would be able to. My issue is that one, so the actor that's supposed to be portraying Sanji, in all of the photos I've seen of him, I was like, why does he look like he's 15 years older than the rest of the crew? He looks like he looks like he should be the daddy on the ship. And then Luffy doesn't have but 2.5 brain cells in the beginning. So for him to like in the trailer, he was like, I'm sensing tension. Luffy doesn't have the capacity
to sense tension.
Let alone voice that he senses tension. So that lost me right there, because I was like, Luffy wouldn't. That he's so oblivious, he wouldn't.
Luffy is oblivious and he's rude at the same time. Like especially with Kobe, he's like, yeah, because you're weak. And like, he just said it straight out. He has no filter.
He doesn't. And so, like, I can't. And it looks like this movie is so. Oh, and then when he did his attack.
Oh yeah, the pistol.
I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. Don't call out your attack. Just do it.
So what's funny? In the trailer, they actually acknowledged that. So I feel like we should call out. And then Zoro, the character, the guy that plays Zoro, he like
nobody does that.
Nobody does that. So I was like, okay, it's kind of like. So I caught that the second time I saw it. The first time I saw the trailer, I had rage and hatred in my heart. And so when I watch it, but the second time I'm like, okay, Erskine, open mind, and I was like, okay, maybe they know that some of this stuff is impossible and they're acknowledging the fact that it's impossible for certain things. So
why did they have to do that though?
They didn't have to.
Because that's not something that's done in the manga.
No.
Everybody calls out their attack in the manga, in the anime, in the movies, like. And I get that is like that's just what they do. Like that's a trope. It's
an anime trope.
But translating it to, I don't know if I want to give it a chance. Like, because I feel like that's what happened when I gave Dragon Ball Evolution a chance, and after I sat down and watched it.
You gave Dragon Ball Evolution a chance. Oh my god!
Despite everything that everybody had said, like I remember when they first released it, and I was like, "Oh, there's a Dragon Ball movie, yeah!" And so then I went and watched it, and when I tell you, I almost
you was way too excited for that. you was way too excited.
Well, this is before I actually knew what it was. So when I actually looked at what I was watching, I was like, first of all, why is Goku white?
Yes, and why he's in school? Because he don't know.
Yes.
He doesn't know the number 3 from the letter A, and so I was like, why is this man in school?
Where he asked Mr. Satan, Mr. Satan came up to him with a briefcase full of $1 million billion something in currency. And Goku was like, is that more than 100,000? And I was like, yeah, you clearly did not go to any type of school. But there was another live action that Avatar. I gave that one a chance. I remember.
Oh, by the way, Netflix is also giving that another chance. By the way, there is another live action, and yeah,
I've
and
seen some of the shots, and I'm actually hopeful for that one. I will say that I'm actually a little hopeful for that one.
I'm not.